Hi there, I'm Carolyn Hazard, and I'm just quickly going to show you the difference between a layered print and a monoprint. So when you make a layered print, you're transferring wet paint to the paper each time you pull. For this particular print, I'm first transferring some charcoal mark making to the plate. I'm drawing on a piece of newsprint, and I'm just going to turn that upside down onto the plate and rub it. And it will transfer beautifully. You can also do this with colored chalk, dry chalk. So now this is going to be picked up by the first paint layer. I'm making sure that my paint layer is not too wet. If it's too wet or if it slips, then it's going to move the charcoal. You just need a light film of paint. And here I'm putting on my guide frame just to make sure that I always have nice edges on my prints. And then I'll put down the print. So this is printing paper. This is student grade watercolor paper that's rough on one side and smooth on the other side. I like to print on the smooth side. That's just a matter of preference. So this is going to create a base layer of ivory, having picked up the charcoal drawing from the plate. I'm just checking to see that it did pick up. Because my film of paint was thin enough, it did pick up the charcoal layer. Had it been too wet and thick, it probably would not have picked that layer up. Everything about jelly printing is in the wetness and thickness of the paint and how long you wait. Not so much in the quality of the paint or in the quality of the paper. Any kind of paint, any kind of paper seems to work, but you have to gauge the amount of wetness you have to use for the paint and how long you have to wait before you can pull. So now I'm going to put the second layer onto the paper by rolling black onto the plate. And then I will use masks to block the paint transfer to the base layer, thereby creating my design. I'm just pointing out that I have some watermarks there that might show up white and that I'm going to try to cover because they might. So this particular design is 4 items down and 8 items across, and I just used cut paper, for ease, just to show how this works. So the next step is leveling up, and we might try a few more sophisticated ones over the next week or so. Stay tuned. So now when I put the paper on, once again, these masks are going to block the transfer of the black to that ivory base coat with the charcoal that I had. So these are masks. So in the 2-layer print, your design is created by repeated transfers of paint and masking. And that print came out really nicely. It's dark, it's complete, it's got a nice opacity, and the charcoal picked up. So here we go with the monoprint. And for the monoprint, I'm going to use a stencil because I want to pick everything up off the plate at once. It gives an entirely different quality to the print. I'm just testing to see that my stencil fits nicely on the plate. That is the piece that the masks for the layered print came out of. So I'm going to start the same way. I'm going to draw charcoal marks onto a piece of newsprint and flip it over onto the jelly plate. This time the marks aren't going to show in the rectangles because my rectangles are going to be black because I have to pick it up, and I'm going to pick it up with white. If I were to do the reverse, make white rectangles like I did the last time with black pickup, then maybe my rectangles would be darker because the black paint would show through the transparent white. But maybe not. You could also use a really opaque white. It might work really well. Mine, however, will be reversed. So here you can see I'm going to put the black paint over this stencil. Have to be careful it doesn't shift. And there's a fairly nice transfer of the design. Now I'll cover that with the white ivory. That is an Art Deco ivory. It's a fluid paint, so I'm rolling it off to the side because if I put the fluid onto the jelly plate, I will probably move the charcoal and I may get a little too wet and too goopy, so then I'd get a lot of whiskering, which I don't really like. So I'm rolling off to the side and then emptying the roller onto the plate so that everything stays in place. Just trying to do a thin film because if you have too much, then the paper will tear and things will get really messy. So now I'm putting the print paper onto the plate. It's going to lift everything up right down to the first charcoal layer in one go. So you see this isn't a repeated placement, I'm not layering. When I dry it, I turn it around so that I'm drying it with the jelly plate on top of the paper. You can see on the jelly plate, this is the wrong side of the jelly plate, you're seeing the red corners are from a print that has been left on with the paper down, with the paper up, and it tended to curl. So this is, you're watching me pull it after an hour wait. Okay, I went off to have supper and then I came back to pull this. It doesn't always take an hour. You can pull probably in about 10 or 20 minutes. Sometimes I leave them overnight. It depends. But the monoprint, I let dry completely. And then the jelly plate is really, really stuck to the paper, which is another good reason to turn it around. Sometimes if you lift the paper and a little bit of the paper is still wet, then it'll tear the fibers of the paper and you'll get an ugly mark. I'm going to end up with one at the top here so I can show you that. And next time, try harder not to get one. But it's all part of the process. Okay, there we go. And this is a really nice monoprint. You can see my little piece there. It has completely different quality than the layered print. When you run your hand over it, it's completely smooth. It's one level. It's a very beautiful satiny print. You can't really get any other way. So that's the monoprint, nice and satiny and leathery. And then here's the layered print, which is darker and more opaque. So you design them differently. That's really the only thing to remember in terms of control and intention. It doesn't matter which one you do. I don't think anybody who buys your print or is interested in hanging it cares what the difference is. It's just for you to be able to conceptualize making them. So there you go. Next time we'll try to level it up.